Red Sox, the Yankees, Nationals to raise, Astros to praise, bases loaded, let's go Boston!
Oh yeah, he's sharing. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bases Loaded. Let's get one of our guests in here. There we go. There he is. Welcome to Bases Loaded, and tonight we've got interesting show. The host, now that he's done sharing, can take over as the intern shuts his mouth. So the intern.
Okay, hold on. Before we introduce the guest, guys, I swear to God, 1 week he was Mr. Avatar, and now he's the intern.
That's stuck. So, kind of like you, Mr. Handyman over there.
Well, Maddie was Handyman 2.0 a couple weeks ago, so
yes,
yeah.
He was. Yes, he was.
No, I've been looking forward to this episode since we announced the all-time teams lineup because with of course Jeff and I being Red Sox fans and Jeff being a Braves fan, this is perfect. We got another Orioles fan coming in later, but ladies and gentlemen, we got one Orioles fan right here, and I'm just gonna say this right now: if you love pro wrestling, you need to join Team Pro Wrestling because this guy does a lot of good things in that. So, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're an MWO, you know this man by All Elite. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. All Elite, Mark Griffith.
What's up, guys?
Not much. And you forgot to mention he's one of the OGs of the Wrestling Roundtable. You forgot to mention that.
I was kind of hoping that you mentioned that because he's one of your four horsemen there, Jeff.
Yes, he is. Put it up there, buddy. Of course he is.
You got to.
Yes. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm doing good. I've always, of course, I've done the round table and stuff like that. But every once in a while, I'll be scrolling and I'd see a baseball feed, and you guys would be doing lineups and this and that, and Mets and Braves, and I've loved baseball, so I've always wanted to be a part of it. And I think I was in the chat. I think it was 2 weeks, or was it last week when you guys did the Mets? Yes. Whenever you guys did the Mets, I was in the chat and I said, next time you guys, do something like this, I want to be a part of it. Orioles, anything. And then just so happens to be very next week, here I am. So,
yep, that's awesome. It's good to have you here.
And this should be fun.
We'll be joined by Chris later on about 8:30 when we do our main event here on Bases Loaded. So yeah, there's that.
So before we get to the World Baseball Classic, which happened last night, and before we get to Jeff's shtick, which, Mark, you're going to love.
Yes. Everybody loves my shtick. Everyone's a fan of the shtick.
I mentioned to you in the private message that we're doing an Orioles episode, so we want to get to know the Orioles fan inside of you. So, Mark, Jeff and I are going to shut up and let the floor be yours for however long you want for this Orioles segment.
Oh, wow. Okay. So any type of stories or anything I want to get it out now, right? Well, it's kind of unique, man. I could get on here and say that I've been a fan since I was a baby and this and that. But what it was my grandfather was a diehard Orioles fan, and it was always on in the house. When I was little playing wrestlers in the floor, it was always Orioles in the background, and I didn't care about that stuff. I was into wrestling. That's what but Orioles was always on. Anytime I went to my grandparents, and my dad was also an Orioles fan. He collected everything. He collected the World Series pins, this and that, signed baseballs, and he had a cabinet, a curio cabinet. It was real nice. Like you could go up and hit the button and the lights would go from brighter as you hit the button. It was real nice curio, and he had all his Orioles memorabilia in there. It was awesome. And at the time, even still growing up, I didn't care about none of that stuff. Matter of fact, I remember one year I pretended to be a Yankees fan just to bother him about it. I was never an Orioles fan. But then like when I was about 15, 16 years old, I kind of got into it. And then by the time I was about 20, I really got into it, and I become a diehard Orioles fan. Probably not too long ago, actually. Well, actually, it's longer now. I'm old now. So what do you think? Good Lord, I haven't even really done the math. I've only really been a diehard Orioles fan. Like I'm talking about through and through, up on everything. Probably might surprise you. Probably 2017.
Oh, okay.
So what's that? Is that like not even a decade? Yeah, about 10 years. And looking back on it, I wish that I was more involved in it. As much as I love it now, like I can't believe I was so oblivious to it, because my family would take me to Orioles games and I would just go just because dad was the fan or whatever. And I would go because it was fun. And I was 8, 9, 10. We would go to about 3 games a year. We live about an hour from Baltimore. I live on the Eastern Shore. So 2 of the things I wanted to say as the Orioles fans that kind of stuck with me that I always tell people is, first off, going back to that Orioles and Yankees rivalry. It's one of my very first memories as an Orioles fan. I was a kid. I was 9, 10 years old. I remember coming up the escalator. I was actually not with my dad at the time. We went with my uncle. I was with my uncle. And we were going up the escalator, and a guy that was standing one step above me had a Yankees hat on. They were playing the Yankees that night. And as a kid, I looked up to him and I said, "Yankees fan, huh?" And he looked at me and said, "What the fuck do you think?"
Captain Obvious, right?
Yeah, I was 10 years old. That comment always stuck, and that let me know right there what type of rivalry this Yankees and Orioles. I mean, that was just a little taste. But one of the cool little stories is my dad took me to it. Actually, ironically, going to about 3 games a year. This is another Yankee story. We went. It was 1998. Okay, so I was 10 years old, literally 10 years old on this one. It was September 20th. We went, and I always used to love when we first walk out and you see the field for the first time. When you walk out, that first boom, when it hits you, it hits you. Yeah. I remember walking out there, looking at the lineup, because back then we didn't have a cell phone. We couldn't see who was in the lineup that night. I found out when I got there. Right. I remember looking up to Dad and said, "Dad, where's Cal at? He's not even playing. Well, he's not in the lineup." And he was just as confused as I was. Come to find out, it was the famous September 20th, 1998 game, the first night that he set out. Yeah. It wasn't playing there. Yeah, and it ended up being Yankees won that night 5-3. Bernie Williams hit a 2-run homer in the 7th. So, I mean, that moment's always, it's not when he broke the streak, but it was the first night that he set out. And I was there for that, so I always carry that moment. I mean, I was still young, 10, 11 years old, but still, it didn't mean much to me then. But now, being a diehard, looking back, knowing that I was there that night, yeah. I wish I was more of a fan that night. I could give 2 shits if he was in the lineup. I mean, the only reason I asked Dad why Cal was in the lineup, because that's probably the only player I knew. Right. But yeah,
you think Orioles, the first person you think of is Cal Ripken. That's a given.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it went through a phase where when I first got back into it, they weren't doing too good. I had a lot going on, and pretty much since about 2017, it didn't matter if they won, whether they lost. I'm on everything. I'm on spring training. I'm looking at who's in AAA, who's coming up, this and that, and just it's really gotten bad as far as my fandom. Like, I hold on to everything. If I'm watching MLB Network and they don't mention this certain whatever, I'm salty about it. Like, I've become that probably neurotic, over fanatic type fan, man. But it's in my blood, like, literally. I can't believe I wasn't a fan more than that, but here I am.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at me. When I first started watching baseball, I wasn't behind the Red Sox. I was behind my Braves, because that's what I grew up on, watching the Braves baseball on TBS, and the heartbreaker was when they lost in the World Series to the Toronto Blue Jays. and it wasn't until probably I would say mid to late '90s when I started watching Red Sox when it was on Nesson or the early stages of Nesson. So we're talking like as soon as they started airing baseball. That I knew of. Like I do remember players like Jody Reed. I remember number three. So it's like but I wasn't around the time like when oh, let's see, I'm trying to think. Mike Greenwell was another one I remember very well. So I that's when I started was probably in the late '80s watching baseball, and I remember them, but I didn't really get into Red Sox until into like the mid '90s. So I'm not a diehard Boston Red Sox fan through and through. I'm a Braves fan because that's what we grew up on. So
Right.
yes, I love my Red Sox, but these guys are my number one team. So
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Nesson, because I still watch Nesson to this day, because you guys know I'm in DraftKings, this and that. I'm on, so I know what's
We don't
no.
get it here. No, if we
Well,
get
what's it?
Nesson 360, we have to pay for it because I am not in New England, which is why I'm surprised. You paid for Nesson, right?
No, I get the black mark. I got an app where I get everything.
We have
it's not really.
and we have SNY because we play the Yankees and the Mets here. So
Right.
those are the two teams that they cover here. So if I wanted to watch Red Sox, I would have to get MLB TV, or I would have to actually purchase Nesson 360. It's the only way I could do it.
Yeah, the reason I brought up Nesson is I remember Home Team Sports. That used to be Home Team Sports used to broadcast Orioles games. That's not no longer Home Team Sports now. It's Masson now. It was Masson and Masson 2, and Masson 2 was shown. It was split between the Nationals and the Orioles, but now Masson 2's got their Masson. There is no more Masson 2 because Nationals got some type of new deal, whatever. So Orioles and Nationals are no longer splitting channels. Orioles are fully Masson now, and I don't know where Nationals are, like, but there is no longer no Masson 2. I can say that.
Okay. Gotcha. That's awesome, though. That's a great story of coming up on Orioles fan. That's awesome.
I wanted to ask Mark something before we get into the World Baseball Classic from last night.
Sure.
How good did it feel to steal Pete Alonso away from the New York Mets?
I mean, to be honest, that's probably after that day when it happened, I think that's probably the biggest free agent that I've seen in my lifetime come to Baltimore. Like, honestly, of course, I wasn't really into it then, but Albert Bell came. That was but that's a long time ago. I can't remember the last big free agent name. Now we had Sammy Sosa. That's a big name, but he was at the end of his career. He didn't really contribute that much as far as I remember. And like I said, I wasn't really into it back then. But when it comes to Pete, to be honest with you, you might say that I'm saying this because I'm being biased. At one point, it was, are they going to get Schwarber or are they going to get Alonso? Because Orioles are ready to spend, and they know they wanted a power righty. And when we didn't sign Schwarber, I knew I was more happy than anything, because you might say I'm crazy because I feel like maybe 7 out of 10 would probably take Schwarber, but I wanted Alonso. That's who I wanted. So when I got the notification, I had just came home from work and I had checked my notification. As soon as I pulled in the driveway, the Wi-Fi hit, and it had been announced like 10 minutes prior, and I couldn't believe it. I think I watched like everybody's opinion, every outlet I could find that had anything to do with the Orioles and Alonso. I was checking it that whole night, and I was so excited and still excited. I'm excited for seeing him hit spring training home runs. I think it's the biggest thing in the world. I can only imagine imagine opening day. I'm gonna be so excited. So
it's right around the corner too.
Yep.
And it is.
7 days from tonight, we got Yankees and Giants on Netflix. 8 days from today, we got regular season baseball for everyone else. So
we're saying that we've got Trot Nixon number away from opening day. Trot Nixon.
yes.
Number 7.
All right. Before we get into Jeff's stick, we might as well go over the finale that happened last night between USA and Team Venezuela. I'm gonna save my thoughts for last on this one because I got something to say. But Mark, usually Jeff and I go first on this one, but you're the guest, so we'll let you go first
Okay.
on the finale.
All right. I feel like anything that I'm going to say, you guys have probably already heard, and which is probably the going narrative. But I can't say that they didn't have the passion, but I just didn't really feel that fight in them the whole time. To be honest with you, there was a few players that did, but to be honest with you, I think their championship game was against the DR. That's what I feel like they felt. I feel like once they won that, it's almost like they breath of fresh air. But I feel like it's so hard to get right back up where you were again the very next night. And I don't know whether they took Venezuela for granted or if they came out flat or a combination of both. But they didn't turn it on to like the 7th, 8th inning. And I'm not talking about just because of Harper's home run either. I'm not talking about that. It's just there was something that felt off. And I don't know if it was from last night or comparing the match from Venezuela to DR or what it was. But I can't say I'm shocked. After with everything with the manager going on and people saying it's lack of effort and they don't have that fire and this and that. And you did see it from few spots. Ironically, Orioles channel, I seen a lot from Gunnar. I thought Gunnar had more passion than anybody. Even when they played Great Britain, he went 4 for 5 and got that double, and he's pounding on his head. Like, that was the fight that I seen from him and not from too many other people. But it is what it is. There's always next time, I guess.
Yeah. USA, obviously the favorite. I mean, that's a given. See, and it's weird to see a different team, especially one that has gotten eliminated before early in the contest, to come out on victors. A damn good game right up until the end. I mean, it was what hurt USA was that 9th inning, giving up that run.
Yep.
But there was, I don't know. I feel that they could have. That USA could have had someone else in the lineup that would have helped. Knowing this was a championship game, I would have put your strongest people in that lineup. And I feel like just looking at the lineup that they did not do that. And I think that was their downfall. Yes, they kept up with them, but when they gave up that run, I mean, what could they do? I mean, to give up a run in the 9th, when you've got Venezuela's closer coming in, it's not
He wasn't going to pitch unless they had the lead. He wasn't even going to come in unless they had the lead in the 9th. That was the only condition.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So Venezuela played it perfectly. I think they did. Congratulations to them. It's as I said, it's different to see a different team to win this. Honestly, as I said, congratulations to Venezuela. They got us this year. Next year, we come for blood.
I'm happy for one reason for Venezuela. One reason. 3 Red Sox players on that Venezuela team.
Yeah.
We had Abreu, we had Contreras, and we had Suarez. Jeff might be happy because Acuna was on that Venezuela team as well.
Yep.
But you know what the meme is every single time now? Aaron Judge 0 for 3 in the big game.
See, he did this in World Series too. Why would you want Judge in the biggest game of the tournament if he's
It's insane. I don't know what it is.
You could have other people put in there and it would be fine, but it's just Judge for some reason can't like win the big one. He can't go in the biggest game there is.
Well,
outside of the game 3 in World Series where he basically won it for his team, he hasn't done anything in any big spots. That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Once.
I have a feeling if he makes the World Series, he'll choke.
I call him the modern day Butthead. I've shown you the picture. You've seen the picture of Butthead and Aaron Judge side by side. He is the modern day Butthead.
But no,
Sure.
once again, congratulations to Venezuela. Congratulations to Abreu. Congratulations to everyone on that team, because thankfully Shohei Ohtani did not win the World Baseball Classic again. So we're happy about that. But unfortunately, he's got 2 World Series. But
Japan's always an odds-on favorite too when it comes to this. So the
Yeah.
fact that they got eliminated when they did actually shocked me.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. That cost me that night. Absolutely.
All right, Mark. So this is the part of the show where I shut up now and I let
Yes.
Jeff have his own segment. So go ahead, Jeff.
Time for my shtick.
Just sit right down and don't be a dick. Everyone get ready for Jeff's Stick.
Yeah, that's right. It's my shtick. All right, we're gonna go down the scores for today. There was one game that was canceled. That was the Marlins versus the Nationals because of wet grounds. Go figure. Some final games that have happened today. Mariners defeated the Brewers 7-3. Angels beat the Brewers in another game 4-3. So Brewers aren't doing all that great, are they? The second squad, that is. Angels beat the Reds 7-4. Diamondbacks thwomped the Cubs 16-8. Dodgers beat the Giants 5-1. Rockies beat the Reds 8-6. Orioles beat the Blue Jays 3-2. There we go. Yankees beat the Red Sox 1-0. Atlanta getting the win 3-2 over Philly. 4-1. Cardinals beat the Astros. And there is one game currently going on right now. The Pirates are over the Tigers 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th. And at 9:05 Eastern, we have the Royals taking on the Rangers. That is my shtick, and I'm sticking to it.
Maddie said that we're not live, but we.
They are
He's saying
live.
that it's not on. Wait, something's wrong, because he said obviously
It's
we're
live.
live, and he said that it's not on your page, and I don't know what's going on, but
It's on my page. I've got viewers, so it's on my page, bud. Are we ready for the main event? Because we do have our other guests sitting backstage right now as we speak.
Let's get Chris in here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my gaming buddy for the last 6-7 years, an avid Orioles fan as well. Here is Chris, otherwise known as Gat. That's what I. How you doing,
Do I
buddy?
get to complain about the M&M choice back here? They were all red. Coating had been licked off. I'm not happy. I mean, come on, guys.
You can complain about whatever you want. We'll let you do it.
Hey, Chris. Before we get to the Orioles lineup, I asked Mark this, but I wanted to ask you this since you're a really huge Orioles fan. What was your thoughts when you guys got Pete Alonso from the Mets?
I wish you'd asked this question in 4 years so I could put him on my top list. I mean,
Right.
Oh, shoot. Oh yeah, you're gonna get a kick out of this guy, Justin. I tell you this right now. You're gonna get a kick out of him. All right. So, without further ado, here we go. The all-time Baltimore Orioles. So, we are going to let guests start off. So we are going to let the one who's fashionably late to the party, not really because I knew he was coming on later. We will let Chris take the first whack at this. Wherever you would like to go in the not except for pitchers, we're going to save those for the next time. So anywhere as a position player, you're able to start. So wherever you'd like to go first.
wow. Pressure's on.
It is.
So I'm going to start with controversy right off the bat and go right field.
Okay.
And that is Nick Markakis.
See, I discussed this with him. I'll say it in a minute. Mark, who did you have for right?
At right field, I got Brady Anderson.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good one. I had Frank Robinson. And then Justin's over there nodding. So
That's who I have too.
That's who you had. Okay,
That
But
sounds
here,
like somebody that Googled Orioles best right fielders all time. It's cool. It's cool.
all right. So
No. Basically, okay. So basically, what I do when I do these all time lineups is I type in the team that we're doing, an all time team, and then this comes up with baseball egg, and I swear they didn't have Nick Markakis on here.
that's odd because baseball egg usually has everybody on the team, so that's odd. But this is going to be left up because it is their team. This is going to be left up to Chris and Mark to decide who is actually going to go into right field. So they will have their little powwow. I cannot
Okay.
wait to hear this. So, Mark, go ahead and say what you need to say.
I can say it like this. I'm more familiar, honestly, with Markakis than I am Anderson. I've watched more Markakis than Anderson, so I wouldn't be opposed to bending the knee to Nick. As far as how he feels about as far as Brady goes, I don't know, but I mean, what do you think?
So I'm a guy that likes contact hitters that are always on base, can bat anywhere in the lineup. Anderson was a 7, 8, 9 hitter, except for 3 goodish years in his career patrolling the outfield. He wasn't bad, but his arm was a liability. I got to
Good
grow up
point.
watching Brady Anderson. I mean, I have no knock against him other than I'm comparing him to Nick Markakis. And, Nick Markakis
Right.
is my guy.
And I love Knicks. So as soon as he said it, like, I mean, I'm cool with it, honestly. So I'm cool with it.
Okay, so final call. Nick Markakis is your right fielder. All right, Mark, go ahead and pick the next poison here.
Oh man, I got 2 controversy ones myself that but I'm really. What do I want to do? Let's go like this. I'm gonna go a catcher. And I know I know people are going to be mad with me. I know you want to say somebody else. I know you want to say probably Dempsey, but just me, I'm going Chris Hoyles. And I don't think he was necessarily better than Dempsey, but I'm just going Chris Hoyles just off GP, I guess. I don't know. It came to me first. It felt right. I'm going with Chris.
Okay. I went with Matt Wieters. Justin, who'd you have? Obviously not Matt Wieters.
I had Gus, and I'm not saying his last name.
Okay, maybe Chris might know the last name. Gus something.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with the T. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you're going back a while too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got Wieters as well.
Okay. So it looks like if everyone's good, we got 2 for Wieters. Is everyone good with Wieters for catcher?
When I think of Wieters, I think of that Sports Illustrated cover, dude. I swear, every single time. I love Wieters, though. He's good. I really thought everybody was going to have Dempsey. I really thought everybody was going to say Rick Dempsey, but I'm cool with Wieters as well. I mean, I love all these players we're talking about. Anytime, you're not going to have no argument with me, honestly. So I'm cool with Wieters, too.
All right, awesome. I'm going to go with the one that's Captain Obvious because I want to take this away from Justin because usually he's Captain Obvious. So, Justin, you don't have to worry about this. The weight is off your shoulders. I'm taking shortstop. I'm getting Cal Ripken Jr. in there.
Shtick move, bro. Shtick move.
Thank you. Now he's really going to have to fight because now he's like, okay, what do I do? He took mine.
I didn't have Cal at short.
Oh, you didn't have Cal at short. Where'd you have him?
Come on. Where else are you going to put Cal? He goes to shortstop all time. Doesn't matter the team.
That's true. I was like, wait a minute. I thought he was short. Justin, I take it you agree with that one? If you don't, then something's wrong with you.
No, I talked to Mark after I did this, and it's obvious it was going to be Cal at shortstop.
Right. Okay, so where do you want to go?
Oh, fuck.
Sums it up.
And I was gonna do shortstop too, so thanks, Jeff.
I told you I'm taking it away from you, bud.
I'm gonna do first base here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Eddie Murray.
Boom.
All right, Chris.
For about 10 seconds, I had Chris Davis on there just because of that glorious contract, but I'm Eddie Murray as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mark.
Yeah, Eddie Murray all day. Yeah.
See, I wasn't thinking along the same lines as you. Obviously, Eddie Murray's going on the list. I had Boog Powell. So,
Great barbecue.
yeah.
Yeah. Love that.
Great barbecue, man.
So, Eddie Murray it is at first. All right. Chris, we are back to you.
I'm gonna go with some controversy again.
Okay.
Second base. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of people are going to throw Bobby Grich in there or Robbie Alomar, but I'm throwing Brian Roberts.
That's who I got. I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say Brian Roberts because that's who I got. And he's an Orioles fan. That's right.
There we go.
Sorry. I got him.
12 stolen bases, amazing glove, fantastic leadoff to 4-hitter if you needed him to be. I mean, the dude was just outplayed. I mean, he was dirty every game. I love the way he played the game, and everybody loves him on the roster. Like, he's a gel guy, like Markakis. I mean, you'll get the theme of my team real quick.
Yeah. All right.
Guys on base.
I did go with Bobby Grich. So that was mine. I don't know what Justin went with.
You're the only one
Well,
old enough
fuck,
to
I went
watch
with
them play.
I went with Alomar, but
Okay.
Which is good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're all good. But
okay.
So Brian Roberts is
like Jeff said, it's final decision, and since
Yeah.
Mark and Chris has Brian Roberts, then we got no choice but
to put Brian in at second. There we go. Okay.
Good commentator.
Yes. Mark.
All right. I'm gonna say this because I honestly don't think it's gonna make it through, but I'm gonna get him a little shine. No, I'm not even gonna do that. I'll wait. I'm gonna go third, Brooks Robinson. That's who I had, Brooks Robinson. I had him at third.
Okay. I had Brooks. Justin had Brooks. I saw him nod. And Chris nodding too. So I think that was a unanimous no.
I had Kel there for a little while because that's how Kel finished his career the last 5 years, 4.5.
Yeah.
I actually suggested to Justin in the private. I said, I wonder if I could be sneaky and move Cal to third and put Miguel Tejada at short. I don't know, but we didn't do it though. But that crossed my mind. I don't know. Anyway,
I wanted to put Machado in there, but he's kind of a tool, so I left him off the list.
Fair enough. All right. So overall,
Chris, it's a good thing you didn't do Machado because we used Machado for the San Diego Padres.
This is true.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. He was voted on to the Padres. So
fair enough.
Yep.
He's been there. Has he been there longer than he was with Baltimore at this point?
Yes.
Wow.
He was with
he was in Baltimore
$20?
longer, but we did the Dodgers and the Padres way before we did the Orioles, and we were like, you know what, we gotta get Machado out of here. So Machado's on the Padres.
Yep. But that's okay. Machado can have the Padres, while Brooks Robinson ends up having the Orioles. So it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Brooks Robinson in at third. Okay. That comes back to me. I'm going to go center field and Brady Anderson.
Okay. Brady back up for contention.
I had Adam Jones.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
I had At first I had Adam Jones, but spoiler, I actually I still have Adam Jones, but I actually put down Paul Blair because he was 8 straight Gold Gloves. I didn't watch him personally, but I like when I was putting this lineup together, I was kind of confused whether it was like my favorites or is it going to be a team that I need to go up against other all-time teams. And even though Adam Jones was the heartbeat of Baltimore, and he still made my lineup, and I'll get to that, but at center field I had Paul Blair, 8 straight Gold Gloves.
So we have 2 Adam Jones. My shake of the head from Chris. And Blair. So we are going to, with a majority of the vote, obviously, you guys have the last say, but right now it looks like Adam Jones is going to be in at center field.
No Seti Mullins? Come on.
I had Adam Jones as my DH is what I did because I wanted to have Blair and Jones, and that's how I did it. So I wanted to go to center field, but that's cool. Adam Jones center field, that's perfect.
Okay, so Adam Jones goes in at center. There we go. All right. So we got Justin with either left field or DH.
No, I started out with Adam Jones.
Oh, you started out with Adam Jones. Okay. So that would be Chris then.
Oh, the last 2 spots on here that I'm allowed to talk about. Left field.
Okay.
And I hope he didn't use him on the 8 other teams he played on in his career. I put him BJ Surhoff.
I don't think we used him, did we?
Probably not.
Well, I don't think we've used him. That's a good one.
Wait, who?
BJ Surhoff.
That is a good one. That is a good one.
No, we didn't use him at all.
Yeah,
So
I
BJ
know. I'm
Surhoff,
surprised.
Brewers catcher, played a little first base, third base. He did end up in the outfield quite a lot for the Orioles. He played all 8 fielding positions in his career. He just never pitched an inning. Guy was an absolute stud baseball player. Played a lot of left field for Baltimore. I had to stick him there.
Huh. Okay.
Over Brady Anderson.
All right. Who'd you have, Mark?
BJ Surhoff is an awesome pick, and you know what? I was today years old when it comes to knowing he played for any other team, because during the mid '90s, that was the time that I wasn't really into it as much. I was pretending to be a Yankees fan to piss off my dad, who was a diehard Orioles fan at the time. So I didn't really get to see Surhoff that much. I had who did I? I had Frank Robinson. That's who I had.
Oh, okay. Justin, who'd you have?
I had Ken Williams.
Okay, this is left field. I had Ken Singleton. So okay. So we have another voice that may want to throw in their opinion on this. He's waiting backstage. He is actually the one who runs Wrestling Pedigree and the use of this StreamYard that we're on right now, Matty Hawkins. Thank you very much for just hopping in. What do you think about left field for the Orioles? Just out of curiosity.
Left field for the Orioles. I agree with Chris.
Surhoff. Okay.
I agree. Just because he's one of the best for me.
Okay. So, Mark, are you good with BJ Surhoff?
I mean, I'm not gonna argue none of them, but it all depends on what you're after. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
You want home runs? It's Singleton. You want a crushing season? It's Anderson. You want somebody that can fill anywhere in the lineup? It's BJ Surhoff. You know, it all depends on what kind of pitching you're facing and whether you want, 12 strikeouts in the game or 6 home runs.
Right. Yeah, I'll let you guys decide this one. You guys, as the Orioles fans, you guys can decide which one goes into left field. So
I'm not as familiar with it. I mean, with Surhoff, and to be honest, I'm really not too familiar with Frank Robinson as much either. I mean, clearly, I didn't watch him play him during my time. So I think statistically, isn't Frank Robinson better? But I mean, but we haven't been going with the main faces. Like, I mean, we go for, seems like we've been going for them gel players and dogs and like with the Brian Roberts so I'm just saying I'm fine with BJ Surhoff if that's what you want to do.
Well, technically, if we're going statistically, I think Singleton beats Frank Robinson in every category. Frank Robinson is an Oriole great, but when it comes to his actual stats and look at them, they're not glorious. They're like double A, making an all-star game every other year type of stats.
And hey, I trust your judgment. Hey,
Okay,
Surhoff it is then, Jeff. It sounds like.
Okay. BJ Surhoff is in at left field, which leaves DH. All right, Mark.
And that's who I had. That's who I had. I had Adam Jones as my DH.
You had Adam Jones. Okay.
Yeah, but it was either going to be Adam Jones or Boog Powell is who I had written down.
I had Eddie Murray as my DH. Maddie, who'd you have?
Howard Baines.
Okay, Justin.
I had Harold Baines.
Harold Baines.
Okay, so Mike had Jones, Jeff had Murray, Maddie had Baines.
Did Boog Powell make because Jeff had Boog for something.
I had him on it first.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna throw in another name, and then Chris is. I don't know what Chris has.
Might be the deciding vote.
I have George Sisler.
Ooh.
Okay. Chris.
This is pushing a little bit. But his not playing the World Baseball Classic, I got to give him a nod because he is going to be an Oriole great if he sticks around. Gunnar Henderson.
That's who I wanted to put, honestly.
Especially if it's right-handed pitching.
I would go with Gunnar. Honestly.
That's who I wanted, but I think Justin had mentioned something about what did you say? Something about a 5-year something, or what was it?
4-year.
4-year.
Oh, was it? Okay,
yeah.
well.
Oh, I thought it was 5 years. My bad, Mark, on that one.
4 or 5. I mean, somewhere in there, 4 or 5 years is the minimum that we kind of want to be with the team.
I mean, we broke the rule once with Jovan, with Tyvek Scuba. So you know what? Fuck it. We'll break the rules on this one for the Orioles too. So
what the hell? Yeah,
let's do it.
Break that rule.
So we're going Gunnar Henderson, right?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool because I didn't think he'd be able to make this team, and now that he is, that's even better. It's great.
All right. All right, now we come to the point where this is going to be very interesting because I think we're going to have some similarities, but I think we're going to have a lot of differences too in the pitching. We go with starting pitching first. And what we do is we just go down, we name off what 5 we have, we try to compare them, see which ones we all have in common, which will automatically get put in there, obviously, and then we figure out the remainders. So, with that being said,
can you name 5 starting Orioles pitchers in the entire Orioles history without looking it up? That's question 1.
No, I had to look this one up, honestly. I had like 2 or 3 of them that were right in my head, but the other ones I was just clueless on, and I did look some of them up. So I will give my starting 5 in no particular order, and we can just compare from there. I have Jim Palmer, Mike Mussina, Mike Cuellar, Cuellar. That's how it's spelled. Dave McNally and Hoyt Wilhelm. So I don't know.
I'd be willing to bet 3 out of the 5 that you just said are probably Stan, but
okay. So now we'll go to the next person. So whoever wants to go next, whether it be Maddie, Justin, Chris.
Jeff,
Mark?
do me
Yes.
a huge favor quickly.
Sure.
Look up on the Yankees.
Okay.
See if we put Mike Mussina in there because I do not have Mike Mussina in my rotation.
Yeah, because he was in mine for sure.
I don't think
Oh.
we put Mike in my Yankees.
I
It
know.
is
I just want to
not
double
in
check to
there.
see if we did or not.
No,
We
I
didn't.
typed in. I went under my documents, typed in Musina, and he is not coming up. So
Yeah,
he is free.
Okay. Okay.
He's
No,
not in my
I
Yankees.
just wanted to make sure on
Yep.
that one.
Nope, you're good. All right. So whoever wants to go next, go for it. We'll see which ones we can compare to the ones that I listed off.
Well, mine is exactly the same as yours, Steph. To be honest with you.
Okay. Justin.
Okay. So Jeff, I had 3 of the 5 that you have.
Okay, which 3?
I have Jim, I have Dave, and I have Mike.
Which Mike? There's 2 of them. Musina.
No, the
one you couldn't pronounce, or we couldn't pronounce. Okay.
yeah.
So you had Palmer, I'll just call him Seller, and McNally.
McNally.
Okay. Chris.
I had Palmer, Mussina, and McNally.
Okay.
The next one may have gone on a, well, I think he could have gone on 6 rosters. He played 26 years. Jesse Orozco.
Okay.
That's how poor our pitching was. And 46-year-old pitcher is something to recognize.
Okay. That's totally understandable.
And the other one I got is an active roster guy, Dean Kramer. Clutch Dean Kramer.
All right.
Before Marco's, the other 2 that I had was Urban Shocker and Carl Wheelman.
Okay. All right. Mark.
I'm a little bit all over the place. Okay, I got Palmer.
Okay.
1. I got McNally.
Okay.
I got who else I got here? I got Dennis Martinez. I got Mike Mussina. And how many was that?
That was 4.
That was 4. Oh, okay. Well, I got 2 here, so I guess I named 6. I got Kevin Gausman and Sidney Ponson. That's the 6 I had.
Okay.
And Sidney wasn't that great, but he was still good 1 year anyway.
So looks like we're pretty much in sync with Palmer, Mussina, and McNally.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing. Okay. So let's get those 3 in the lineup. Chris, where would you put Palmer for your starting rotation?
Number 1.
Okay. So Jim Palmer is number 1.
And then on day 3 again. Because he's old school.
Right.
Right.
So Dave number 3. Is that what you said? Dave number 3?
Oh, no, Jim Palmer on day 1 and day 3.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Mark, where would you put Mussina?
Second.
Okay. And McNally was the other one that we all kind of were in agreement. So where would we want to put him?
Technically you could probably put him at second. If everybody was in their own prime, same age, everything, I'm sure Mussina would probably get third. But that's just what I had written down, so I went with it.
Do we want to put McNally as third then?
What does Chris think?
Or is there a better pitcher? Like if you were to go, to a game 7 or game 5, let's put it this way, and you could only use one pitcher per game, who would you want to run your game 5? Kind of thing. That's kind of like the mentality I look at it.
I would say Mussina myself personally because I've watched more of him, but that's not a really good tool to go off of if you're really playing this.
Mussina was big game. He was big game hunting. I mean, statistically, he was much better with the Yankees than he was the Orioles, but a lot of that has to do with the lack of good pitching coaching that the Orioles have apparently never had by this very short list. We can't name 5.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so where do we want to put McNally so we can figure out the other 2? Do we want to put him in at 3, 4, or 5?
3.
3. Okay. So Dave. Okay. Not to be confused with the Maps Rand McNally. Okay. But I'm bunching. All right. So we got 2 left. We will let these guys figure out who they want to put in as number 4 and number 5. There was a bunch of names that were listed. So the floor is Mark and Chris's.
The 3 that I've listed, I mean, we can compare the ones that haven't been picked. The ones that I've picked that haven't been put on the list is Kevin Gausman, Dennis Martinez, and Sidney Ponson. But when you said that Dean Kramer pick, it made me want to say Kyle Bradish, to be honest with you, because I mean, I don't know. Either way, that's the ones we have to pick from, and whoever he said, and then I think that'll probably be a pool of like 6 or 7. We can narrow it down to 2.
Chris.
Gaussman was streaky at best, and he was better for the Orioles when he wasn't playing them, or when he was playing against them. I mean, his fastball developed when he went up to Toronto. He went from 97 to 99 consistently. Again, pitching coaching, it did him wrong in Baltimore. I have no problem putting Gaussman on that list at number 4. No issue with that.
All right. I had Dennis Martinez down. I'm not familiar with him as much. That's why he's at the bottom here. And at the time, I was trying to build the best team possible. And I put down 1983, whatever that. I guess that's the era he pitched in. I don't know too much about him, but supposedly he was a dog. I don't know if you guys want to Google anything, but I don't know. I think we can come up with a better one for our 5th.
Is he the one that went on to play for the Expos?
I believe so.
Curveball wizard, great with a dirt ball. Gave up quite easy though.
How do you feel about Sidney Ponson? Am I saying that right?
Ponson, yeah.
He's one of my first pitchers that I remember as a kid that I consistently seen. So that's why, like, as soon as I couldn't remember anymore, that was the first name that popped in my head. Now, as far as compared to all the other ones we got on this list, I don't think he holds a candle to him, to be honest. But we're talking 5th in the rotation now. So
he was what, 05, 07 era.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I mean, I've been an Orioles fan since, well, longer than I care to admit on a public show. I don't know if I could put him in my top 10, quite honestly.
And that does not surprise me. It was more of an emotional thing than anything. I mean, if we're going for prize statistics, I mean, my vote personally, I would say Dennis Martinez. Now, I don't know how you would feel about it. I don't know who your number 1 would be, and we can compare Dennis to whoever you think.
I'd fight to throw Dean Kramer in there. He's been the rock star for the modern day Orioles, sub-3 ERA.
And I like that because people talk so bad about Kramer, but if you watch the Orioles, like I've watched, or like we watched the Orioles, like he's good more times than not, to be honest with you. He usually struggles in the earlier games, but 3/4 of the season, he's usually nails, to be honest with you. Like he usually struggles this first 4 or 5 starts, whatever. But man, he's come up big more times than I can count, man, to be honest with you. And he gets no respect whatsoever. None.
After that
So
fifth start, he's got an ERA of 10 plus, and he works it down the rest of the season to sub
yes,
3.
he
I mean,
yes.
when
Yes,
it comes
he will
big,
have a
he's
couple
there.
games. He'll have a couple games that will implode his ERA, and he will fight all year long and have it around round 3 for whatever by the time the season ends. Man, I'm cool with that too. But as far as how many years and this and that, is he qualified? Can we put Dean Kramer on there, Jeff?
He's what, 5th year?
Yeah. If
4th
it's
year?
fifth year,
5th year?
yeah. If it's fifth year, it should be fine. Yeah.
That is so crazy. That is so crazy that he made this list, man. But it's cool though, like because I mean
he 2018 to present, so he does qualify. He's been in there 8 years. This is his 8th year.
And what we got him from a trade with the Dodgers, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember who he shipped out for him, too. It was one of those that just kind of
I
head
think he was.
scratcher trade.
I think he was a part of the Machado trade. I think, but I'm not sure.
He was traded to the Orioles along with Diaz, Bannon, Pop, Valera, and Machado. July 18, 2018.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I think honestly, Kremer is a good choice.
Yeah, let's roll with it.
Give
Boys
him
and
his
girls,
props.
that is PC, pre-COVID trade right there.
That's right. All right, we got Dean Kramer in.
Can I just say that I enjoyed sitting back listening to Mark and Chris
I do too.
and go on about this
Yeah.
It gives Jeff and I a chance to shut up and listen to them.
That's what I said. I knew there was going to be some discussions, and that's what I love about this right now. Is like you got two diehard fans, and trying to figure out who's going to be the fifth guy. This is great.
Meanwhile, here I am sitting back watching the Celtics and Warriors, and like, yep, okay, continue, guys.
All right, now we got the starters figured out. Now we got 3 relievers we got to come up with. And as always, I try to tell people reliever 3 is your setup guy to your closer. So make sure that that's the guy you want in as number 3. So let's start with Mark. Just out of curiosity, who do you have as your 3?
I can't. I don't even know if it's been 4 or 5 years. Can we do Batista in this?
Oh, it's year 3. I
Borderline.
think he's year 3.
Borderline.
God, it seems like he's been on there longer.
Yeah. We've made exceptions before, so
we might have. We don't have good relievers.
Yeah, I have Batista. Zach Britton. And that's all I had.
Britton.
That's all I have down.
Hear me out for a second, and if Chris is okay with this, because I know this is his team as well.
Yeah.
If Chris is okay with this, and I'm okay, obviously I'm going to be okay with this because hell, we broke the rules for Jovan.
Oh God, yeah.
We can break the rules one last time for Batista.
So there's that's on the table. So,
but that's all up to Chris though.
Right.
I feel like he's had 2 or 3 solid years, and then at least 2 solid years where he hasn't played. I can't believe that he's only been there for 3 years, man. 3 or 4 years. And he's going to be out all this year, and we won't get him until next year. And we just did this. We just went through this. Like, oh my God, man.
That darn Tommy John and his Tommy John Jr. surgery. Yeah?
Chris, who did you have for your 3 relievers?
Who did I have for my 3? I had Zach Britton because, man, he was clutch started out as a starter. He was a stud reliever, though. I'm glad they moved him. I had Jim Johnson for the early to mid 2000s, like 2000, what? He was a reliever, and he was a clutch reliever for about 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, because I wasn't putting Batista on there, although I'm actually very okay with him being on there, I had Greg Olson.
Okay.
Greg Olson was go ahead.
Yep. I was just gonna say I had Olson, but I had him as something else, and we'll get to that afterwards. But Olson is on my list. I had Britton. I had Tippy Martinez, and I had Stu Miller as my three.
Stu Miller.
Okay,
So
I'm
I
just
will
gonna
agree with the Britton.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I had Jim Johnson, but he's somewhere else, and I have Greg Olson, but he's in my relievers. So here's
Okay.
my.
So he's in
And
he's in two relievers, so that's good. Okay.
I also have Zach Britton and Stu Miller.
Oh crap, Darren O'Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some names to throw out there. Maddie, who do you have?
I had Britton, Martinez, and Batista.
Okay, so the Oriole Kings here, Mark and Chris. Out of all these names that have been listed, who would you guys have as your three relievers?
If he's eligible, I think Batista and Britton are two locks, and I think everybody can agree on that.
I'm okay with that.
110% on those two.
Okay, so with Zach Britton, 1, 2, or 3?
2 for me, because I want Batista as 1, but that's just me.
Okay.
Oh no! How are you working it? How are you? I'm thinking
Number
Batista as
three.
the
Number 3 is
So-
going to be your setup for the closer.
Right. So the number three is your 8th inning guy. The number 2 is your 7th inning guy, and then your number 1 is your 6th inning guy.
Yeah, I got Batista as my 1 and Britton as 2, and we can discuss the 3, but that's just my opinion. You still got 4 other people.
So we got to go a relief pitcher and somebody that might have to eat innings because our starting pitching is again terrible.
So that would be the one you'd want to put in as number 1 if you wanted to go lengthy. Yes.
Well, Bautista is 4 batters. That's it. That's all you're ever getting from him.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's going to be 3 strikeouts, but you're getting 4 batters and that's it.
yeah.
So he may be the best as your setup.
Oh no, he's the closer.
Oh, he's the closer?
He is the ultimate shutdown closer. Yeah, there is no question. He pitches the 9th inning. You want to procure that lead, you want to save it. He gets to save.
Okay.
And it's damn near automatic. It's almost like Mariano Rivera style, except Rivera was healthy all the time.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with him being the closer.
I am completely fine with Felix Batista being the closer. Absolutely. That's fine with me. So we want to put him as the closer, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Britton was king of the 2-inning save. He would do it quite a bit, 8th and 9th inning. Coming from the starting position slot,
Mm-hmm.
like you wanted to shut down a 1-run game, you put Britton in for 2 innings.
Okay. So in that case, where would you put Britton? 3?
I pictured 3 as your guy that's just going to eat innings and not allow runs, like your 3 to 4 inning type of pitcher.
Okay. All right. So
That's
one
not Britton.
one or 2 for Britton. Process of
say-
elimination.
I'd say 2 for Britton because
Okay.
Bautista's 1.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine with me too, Jeff. If you want to do that.
Okay. So Zach Britton will be in at reliever number 2. We
All
have
right.
we have Felix Batista in as a closer. Who did we have for the longer reliever?
Your setup?
Your setup.
Are
Because
Britton's
we had Batista in as the closer, correct?
Britton would be your setup man, then your long term. I mean, he's going to get the 2-inning. So if you've got it already procured, you keep the 2-inning guy in. Britton eats the innings. Batista goes in the next day and closes.
Okay, so it makes sense to have Britton down at number 3, right? Or would it make sense to keep him as number 2?
Number 2 to me.
Okay.
And then
I see what you're
relief.
see what you're saying, Jeff. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because I mean, you want your setup guy as number 3. Who would you have for your setup guy?
I mean,
The one that goes in 7th, 8th inning and gets Batista ready to go in the 9th.
I kind of look at it as am I looking at it as 3, like 6 and 7, 2, 8th, 1, 9th, right?
That's how I'm looking at it.
Oh, so you're looking at it backwards.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
Yeah. You basically your setup for your closer is going to be reliever 3.
Okay, all right.
Say you know nothing
Either
about
way,
baseball. I'm saying you know nothing about baseball.
either way, I think Britain's 2, and I guess the way you're looking at it is Batista's 3, and right, that's the closer, right?
Well, no, the closer's separate from the relievers. We're doing 3 relievers and a closer.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, you're right. You
That's
just
how
said
we
that.
do it. Yes.
4 total pitchers.
Right, there's 4 total.
Okay.
We settled on Batista being the closer, correct?
He's the closer,
Okay.
110%.
Okay,
And then 3 setup men.
Right.
Or long-term reliever.
correct.
Okay. I guess Olsen would be another one that I'd probably throw in.
So Greg Olson.
I'm gonna.
I mean, that's my.
Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
To me, Olson was a feast or famine pitcher. I mean, he was, 90s steroid era, long ball type of guy, and he could give up the long ball. He had some great games. I mean, he was but
I get it. I mean, I also had Cano down here. He was an all-star, but if you want to go off his last year's performance, I mean, that's not what I would expect out of this lineup. Not an all-time lineup, but if I could have the all-star Cano in there, the 2023 Cano, of course, I think he would make that list. But
2024,
I don't know.
he had the ERA of a slow pitch softball pitcher.
It's true. I don't know. I only had Britton and Batista down, and we've settled on that. I suggested Olsen. I'm not. It's probably up to you, to be honest. And Matt. We ain't heard from Matt.
Yeah, Matt. What do you think?
As
far as the remaining 2,
one of them will have to be Olsen, in my opinion. The other one I had, because I remember that we did 4, was I think you guys already had him, which was BJ Ryan.
That's another good one. I remember him.
I don't think we had him on.
No.
I don't think we had Ryan on a different team. I think
But
we had Nolan Ryan.
Check the Blue Jays there, Jeff.
Okay, let's see. BJ Ryan. We do have him on the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Back in September. Yep.
If that's the case, then it'll be JJ, which will be Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson, 2.4 ERA career, maybe. Definitely better than Olsen. I mean, hands down, closed out better than Olsen. But Jim Johnson was, if you're going 4 relievers, 3 reliefs and a closer, then that 1 inning pitcher comes back into play very nicely, and that was Jim Johnson's strong suit.
In and out.
Yeah, 15 pitches. That was all you were getting all week.
All right. Well, if we wanted to go Jim Johnson, he would probably be more likely under the one to set up Batista if it's come in out.
That's
Right.
who I was gonna say before I said Olsen. So I'm okay with that too. If we did that, if it was Johnson, Olsen, Batista, and Britton, and we're still needing one more.
Well,
Darren
no,
O'Day.
those are the four. Those are the four. And well,
Oh, that's right. Three.
O'Day.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
Get O'Day too.
It's okay, Mark. You'll get used to this.
I still don't.
No, I know you don't.
The sidearm whizzer that screws. If you have Darren O'Day pitch in the first game of a series, he is screwing up the batters for the next 2 games. Darren O'Day is a stud inning eater that comes out of the bullpen. His spot started at times. Like he's reliable, sub 3.2 ERA on his career.
So
Consistent.
do we want to
Consistent.
go? Do we want to go Darren O'Day in as one of them?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, where would we put him? 1 or 3? Longer or shorter? Or setup, I should say.
Oh, he's an inning eater.
So first,
You get him for 4 innings.
All right, so Darren O'Day in at reliever 1. And your setup, would you go Olsen for your setup?
I thought that was Jim Johnson.
Wait a minute, hold on, let me get back to it here. Nope, that's my list. Oh yeah, it was Jim Johnson. You're right. Yep. That's it too. I had that page up. Okay. Yeah, Johnson is in there for that one. Okay. Now the final one we got is the manager.
Oh, I think we all know who that's gonna be, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm on an island.
Maddie, who do you got?
Weaver.
Justin, who do you got?
Mr. Buck Showalter.
Okay. I had Weaver. Chris?
Brandon Hyde. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I had Earl Weaver.
All right, Mark.
I actually had Buck Martinez too.
Oh, he had Showalter. So it's 2 and 3. We got 5 votes, 3 against 2. If you're okay with it, dude, we might have to go with Earl Weaver. Mark.
That's fine with me. You can't go wrong.
No, you can't. You really can't. So we got Earl Weaver. Oops, I can't spell today.
Did I say Buck? Never mind. Go ahead.
He said
I did.
Yeah, he said Showalter. I think it was Showalter is what he said. Justin said. All right.
I thought I said Martinez is what I thought I said. But go ahead.
You did. All right. So if this is good and we're going to finalize it, this is your all-time Baltimore Oriole team.
I'm going to screenshot this.
First base, Eddie Murray. Second base, Brian Roberts. Shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. Third base, Brooks Robinson. Right field, Nick Markakis. Center field, Adam Jones. Left field, B.J. Surhoff. Catcher, Matt Wieters. And your DH is Gunnar Henderson. Your starting 5, Jim Palmer, Mike Mussina, Dave McNally, Kevin Gossman, and Dean Kramer. Your relievers being Darren O'Day, Zach Britton, and Jim Johnson. Your closer, Felix Bautista, and your manager is Earl Weaver.
That is an Orioles lineup, boy.
That is a sick lineup. I'm telling you.
Good God, man.
As I said,
that is
orange. After we do all the teams, every team that we do here will be posted on the Forever Boston Sports page for everybody to see, and you can compare. And who knows, we may actually have some sort of tournament with all the competitors in this thing to find out which team is the ultimate all-time team.
Joe,
yes.
You mentioned Forever Boston Sports.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Mike and Chris, I know you're brand new to this. Forever Boston Sports is actually a group that Tim and I created 8 years ago, and we've been going strong on that. But that's not what I wanted to say.
But you said it.
Maddie, do you want to say it? Because you showed me. So
from next week, apart from Jeff's Facebook, for Boston Sports and any episodes they do, Bases Loaded will be on their exclusive channel on YouTube,
Nice.
which is Forever
Okay.
Boston Sports.
Awesome.
So this episode will be uploaded to the page, to the channel, and previous that has been on here. So we'll do as much as we can on there, and from next week, all episodes will be on.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Good enough. Awesome news. All right, guys. We're gonna go around, do our goodbyes and stuff like that. Maddie, it's always good to see you. So you want to plug and promote? Go for it.
Wrestling Pedigree Facebook, Wrestling Pedigree YouTube, Wrestling Pedigree TikTok.
Everything.
Ross Report will be back on Saturday. As I've been away in a different country. I fucking hate flying. I hate turbulence. And Wrestling Pedigree with me and Steve will be back this weekend also with talking about Starcade 97. So,
ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about that, and there's something else I forgot. Oh yeah, fuck Boston.
I say you can't forget that. Right, there we go. You can find me, obviously, Jeff Chadwick on Facebook. You can find me over on The Meltdown. And obviously Forever Boston Sports here every Wednesday night for Bases Loaded. Yeah, just find me everywhere. Well, not literally, but figuratively. Mark, go ahead and plug and promote your stuff, man.
I don't really have too much to plug or promote. Whoever's already watching or in my content is going to be the ones that probably stay there. I got a Team Pro Wrestling Chat, Team All Elite page. I don't really keep up with the WWE page anymore. It's usually just the Team All Elite page. Not that I don't watch both and watch everything. It's just I don't really mess with the WWE page. But that's it. This was fun. I wouldn't mind coming on for another team just because I'm a diehard Orioles fan. I'm a diehard baseball fan. So if you guys wanted, I think you guys got like 4 or 5 teams left. I'd love to be a part of maybe another one. Yeah, Marlins, Rockies, Athletics. Yeah, I'm cool with it. But yeah,
Okay,
this is awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks for coming on. Chris, my friend, my gaming buddy for years. And that just makes us older and older. It's awesome to get you on here, man. Thank you very much for coming on here and having some fun with us with this Orioles lined up.
Boys, support your local fire departments.
Yes, absolutely.
And get your pets spayed and neutered. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, you got to throw a little Bob Barker in there, right? All right, Justin, go ahead and sign us off.
Hold on, I put the plug and promote too.
Well, that's what I mean. Do what you need to do and then sign us off.
Yeah, Forever Boston Sports, Bases Loaded every single Wednesday. We're gonna be going back into the NFL shows when the NFL season kicks off. We got NBA playoff and predictions coming up in April. We got Wrestling Roundtable this weekend. Jeff forgot Revolution was Sunday, so we couldn't do it Sunday. So
no, making up for it this weekend.
But Sunday we are gonna be back. We're gonna be talking about Randy Orton turn heel and Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor being kicked out of the Judgment Day, and obviously we're gonna recap Revolution. Which, Jeff, this is gonna surprise you. I bought the damn pay-per-view.
Oh my God! You spent $50.
Hell has officially frozen over, ladies and gentlemen.
But with that being said, this was team number 26. We got 4 more teams to go. Next week we'll go into the West Coast of Oakland Athletics.
Yeah. The Athletics because they don't have a city, they don't have a state.
I understand. I understand. But next week and next week only, I'm calling them the Oakland Athletics.
Okay, that's it. No more. And can I just state for the record, the Colorado Rockies are officially out of this year's playoffs. Just telling you right now.
Oh shit! I
I'm
believe
They're
it.
taking the
I
pack.
I predicted that last year
He did.
before the
He did.
season
He
ever
predicted it.
started, and then I saw the thing that they were out. They were the first team out of the playoffs. I'm like, what did I tell you in April? Yeah, I'm the psychic when it comes to that.
But yeah, like Maddie said, from next week on, all of our shows, all of our Bases Loaded shows, not only will be on Jeff's page, not only will it be on the Forever Boston Sports group page, but ladies and gentlemen, we got a Forever Boston Sports YouTube page now, so I'm excited to get that launched up and ready to go. But yeah, also next Wednesday, yes, there will be. Yes, we are gonna have a show, but next Wednesday, Maddie's Yankees play the San Francisco Giants on Netflix at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm sorry, Maddie, you're my buddy and all, but fuck the Yankees and go Giants.
So it's Maddie versus Sean next week.
By the way,
This is good.
By the
Yeah.
way, when we do this show next week, I got to look at your ugly face, but then I will have my VPN American Netflix on so I can watch the game.
That's awesome. All right, guys.
Anyways, I'm gonna get Mark out of here because I know he's got AEW to watch. So we'll let both of them go.
I know Chris has an early morning just like I do. So we're gonna sign off. We will see you back here next week for Bases Loaded. Same bat time, same bat channel. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, boys.